Are you struggling to fall asleep even though you're exhausted? Or do you wake up feeling more tired than when you went to bed? Believe me, you are not alone. And today I'm going to be sharing some simple tips that busy professionals like you can start using right away to sleep better and wake up energized. And if stress is what's keeping you awake, you'll want to check out my free training on mastering stress, the secret to thriving under pressure. All the details are linked below. So the first thing that you want to do is really try hard to stick to a sleep schedule. Our body really craves routine. So going to bed and waking up around the same time each day, yes, even on weekends, really helps your brain to regulate your internal clock. This is all going to lead to better sleep quality, right? Which is really important. We always are thinking about quantity, getting that magic 8 hours of sleep, which yes, we want, but we also want quality sleep as well. Because how many times have you slept 8 hours or more and you still wake up feeling tired and sluggish, right? You got the quantity, but you probably didn't get the quality. So this is going to lead to better quality sleep and more energy when you wake up. So maybe you can relate to my story where I was going to bed at all different times of night. So maybe it was 9 p.m. one night, 11 another, maybe 1 on the weekend. And it resulted in me just feeling tired, foggy, run down. When you feel that way, right, you start to second guess yourself, feel like you're probably not making the best decisions because you are exhausted. But I found when I had a consistent routine and went to bed around the same time, 7 days a week, my energy really started to improve. So sometimes you don't realize how much your schedule is draining you until you fix it. Okay, so we're going to make sure that we're going to bed around the same time each night. But what else we want to make sure that we're doing is building in a wind down ritual, because we know our brains don't just turn off when our head hits the pillow. So we want to really set up this pre-sleep ritual that's going to help your body recognize, hey, it's the end of the day. It's time to slow down. It's time to start resting and relaxing, right? And it doesn't have to be anything fancy at all. So I want you to think about this like closing tabs on the computer. Before you leave work for the day, you're probably going through closing all of the tabs. I know you probably have a million of them open, right, on your computer, and shutting down for the day. So that's what you want to do as well. You want to close all of those tabs that are open in your brain, right? Letting go of them until tomorrow, right? So that you can fully relax and fall to sleep without thinking about 100 different things. So some ideas of what you can do during this wind down period is dimming the lights, can make a cup of chamomile tea, some other relaxing drink, do a quick journal, brain dump, getting everything again out of your mind onto the paper so that you're not thinking about it until tomorrow. And then also just doing some stretches, stretching out your neck, your shoulders, your back, your hips, and just feel really good and relaxing. And if you're looking for a more detailed stretching routine, I'm also a stretching coach and teach stretching classes both in person and virtually. So if you're interested in that, please feel free to message me as well. So no matter what you decide to do, the key is to repeat these same things day after day. That way, you're training your brain to associate those specific steps with sleep. So what's the biggest challenge you face in getting a good night's sleep? Is it actually falling asleep? Maybe it's being able to stay asleep. Maybe it's figuring out how to turn your brain off after work, no matter what it is, let's talk about it in the comments below. Okay, so now we're at potentially the hardest one of all, and that is to reduce screen time before bed. I know, I told you it might not be easy, but it is going to make a big difference. So we want to really limit the blue light from our screens, right? So that can be our phone, it can be our laptop, even your Kindle, right, has blue light. This is going to make us think that it is still daytime, right? And it's going to be harder for us to relax and fall asleep. So what can we do? You want to try to shut off your devices an hour before bed if you can, okay? To give yourself time to really relax before you fall asleep. So if shutting off your devices an hour before bed feels impossible, or it's just not realistic on a certain day, don't worry. I have your back. There's still some things that you can do that will definitely help. So one is you can switch your devices to a night mode, which is really kind of like a blue light filter. And you can have that set for, say, like after 8 p.m. That mode will go on and it will at least help with some of the light. So another thing you can do is use blue light blocking glasses. I have some here. Yes, they actually help, and you can have some fun with them. There are so many different designs nowadays, so I know it's hard to see on mine, but they have a really fun, like glittery, sparkly aspect to them, and you can get them relatively inexpensive. So you can have a few pairs around, like to just like match your mood, and it's something fun as well. So I would definitely recommend getting some. They absolutely work. Or if you find yourself doing that dreaded scrolling right at night, try to keep it to some fun, light, non-stimulating stuff. So think of some cute animal videos that are going to make you smile or laugh, compared to some more intense, maybe news videos. So one thing that I work with clients on is setting up some of these boundaries so that they can sleep better and have a more relaxing evening. So that often includes setting some boundaries around work email. So, maybe you stop checking your work email after, say, 9 p.m. And I find that just this one simple shift helps people sleep better, and their anxiety around work really drops a lot. Just this one thing can really give you back your evenings and therefore your focus the next day because you're more relaxed and rested. So we talked a little bit about our thoughts and how our mind is always going, right? If that is you, really want to try some grounding techniques before bed to help you kind of unplug from the day, from your work, and into rest. Right? And this does not have to be like a long 20-minute process, although if you have the time, that is amazing. But even just like 3 to 5 minutes of deep breathing or doing like a body scan can really make a big difference. Even having a set of mantras that resonate with you that you can say can be really beneficial. So an example of one is you might say to yourself, I've done enough for today. It's safe to rest. So these little mental shifts really create space between that work mode and that rest mode that busy, high achieving professionals like you really need. And if you're ready to stop letting stress sabotage your sleep and your success, I want you to grab my free training on mastering stress, the secret to thriving under pressure. It's totally free and it's packed with tools to really help you stay calm, clear-headed, and in control no matter what is happening around you. So make sure you click on the link below and pick that up. If this video was helpful, please give it a like and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next one. I'll talk to you soon, and I'll definitely see you in the next video. Sweet dreams.